There's been some chatter online about how the UFC should do an interim lightweight title fight while champion Islam Makhachev recovers from injury. And I think that's total nonsense. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. My name is James Lynch. So this all started with Arman Tsarukyan doing a really good interview with Submission Radio, talking about what's next. Of course, the plan was to have him and Islam have their rematch for the title at UFC 308 in Abu Dhabi. That's not going to happen. Islam is sidelined. And now we've heard this chatter about an interim title. Can I just say that MMA fans and probably sports fans in general, we got to relax a little bit. Don't be so impatient. We don't need to see an interim title for a champion who last fought in June. Now, we've seen them do interim titles before. You know, we've had some, or vacant titles even, where we've had champions sidelined due to injuries. Like recent examples include like Yuri Prochazka when he hurt his shoulder, or Jamal Hill obviously being out with his injury. That's different because those injuries, we knew at the moment they happened, they were going to be severe. I haven't heard anything about Islam's injury going to take him out for a while. So I don't think there's any reason to do an interim title. I think people have got to relax. And I think it's just a really cheap way of trying to build cards by adding in these meaningless titles. And of course, this is piggybacked onto the fight that's happening this weekend between Mateusz Gamrot and Dan Hooker. Gamrot now saying that, he'd be open to a rematch against Arman himself for an interim title. Well, of course he would. Who doesn't want to fight for a title? But this is just complete nonsense. The other thing that's total nonsense as well, I know I'm using that word a lot in this video, is I've heard people mention Justin Gaethje fighting for an interim title. On what planet should Justin Gaethje get a title opportunity after getting brutally knocked out in his last fight? Now look, Gaethje is one of the best in the division. I love watching him fight. I'm not discrediting Gaethje, the fighter. I'm just talking about the merit side of things, and that you have other fighters that could be fighting for a potential title, an interim title, and it should not be someone that just got knocked out. And I think even if that knockout didn't happen, Gaethje was going to lose a decision to Holloway. So he should not even be in the conversation for an interim title. So yeah, I don't get this talk. I think it just comes down to fans being too impatient. I don't think it's fair to Islam to be having an interim title when he just fought in June. I know he's only fought once this year, and that's unfortunate, but you don't need to give the champ, have the champ have an interim title when, again, he's only going to be out for a little bit. Again, we don't know the severity, but as it looks right now, it doesn't seem like Islam's going to be out very long. And, another example now that I'm seeing it here, I know they did an interim title at featherweight where Volkanovski moved up. That's different. Islam's not moving up. Islam's just injured, and we don't know exactly when he's going to come back. So that's my thoughts on that. Stop with the interim title talk. My rule is, if you know you're going to be out for close to a year, or around there, that's the only time you should do an interim title shot. Other than that, I think it's a waste of time talking about this. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you guys impatient fans, like I've seen some out there, that you want to see an interim title? Or are you on my side here where you think, you know what, let's just slow the brakes down a little bit. Arman, Gamrot, whoever. Well, it shouldn't be Arman or Gamrot. It should be Arman fighting Islam next. And then maybe if, Gamrot's successful this Saturday against Dan Hooker, maybe he would fight the winner of a potential Arman-Islam fight. But we got to slow down a little bit. It sounds like they're going to go to the Middle East early next year. Arman can wait a little bit longer. He just beat Charles Oliveira. He should be the rightful #1 contender for Islam's belt. Do that fight early next year. It's a rematch we all want to see. No need to do an interim title. That's what I say. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @LynchOnSports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.